It is time once again to hop straight away into one of my absolute favorite videos to make here on the channel, and that is new update ideas and concepts that really jive with me. I enjoy this video because number one, it's fun to get good ideas out there to kind of get the ball rolling on certain things. If Brawlstars sees this video, hey, you never know, it might help them out. And number two, there are so many wildly popular creators out there in the community that I feel like don't get a whole lot of recognition or credit, whether they're concept designers, artists in the community developing concept skins, awesome ideas for general game improvement and things along those lines. It really helps out in a huge way, and the Brawlstars community wouldn't be really the same without people such as these people. So hope you guys are all pumped up for today's video. Be sure to let me know what you're thinking about some of the concepts we go over. I love hearing the conversation in these videos. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump straight away into it. Here we go. Alright everyone, so we are beginning today's video off over here on Reddit, and we're going to be staying on Reddit for the majority of the video today. Also, before we get straight away into anything, be sure to subscribe if you guys enjoy this stuff here on the channel. I always really enjoy these types of videos, and I feel like you guys do as well, so be sure to subscribe. We're really close to 300,000 subscribers. We are chugging along. We should have that very soon. But with that out of the way, I think it's time to get straight away into the first couple of ideas that revolve around new second gadgets. Guys, there have been a bunch of awesome ideas for second gadgets, and as you know, there are a ton of different brawlers who don't have their second gadgets just yet. So the very first one I want to outline here is by a creator named Ash Clash YouTube, and it's a second gadget for Tick here. It's called Excitement Overload. Upon activation, Tick gets so excited that he becomes immune to all damage for 1 second, then detonates himself, dealing 3,360 damage to enemies caught within a 5-tile radius around him. So guys, a self-destruct gadget. I think that is so dang cool. We haven't seen anything like that here in the game. Of course, not very good in Showdown, but in some 3v3 game modes where you have a really fast respawn rate, like in Gem Grab or something like that, I could see this being pretty dang cool. Might be a little bit hard to balance, like in Bounty and stuff like that. If you self-destruct, do you give the people your bounty? I'm not sure, but I like the concept. The next second gadget we're going to be taking a look at was developed by Art from Cookie Land, sweet username, but it's a second gadget for Jackie here, and I love the idea. It's called Jackie the Builder. Jackie restores all the destroyed walls around her, charges per match 3. I really enjoy this gadget for a few different reasons. Number one, it fits her character perfectly, right? She is a construction worker, and it's good for her mechanics. A close range brawler, it would be really cool to pressure in. There's some destroyed walls, create those walls, and you have some safety playing with Jackie. And you know what? This seems to be pretty dang small, but I could see this being a very good gadget. Walls are incredibly important for some brawlers and team comps here in Brawl Stars, so I like this gadget. Really cool and unique. So the next second gadget idea is for BB, and it was made by I'm a Cheese. It's a super simple concept, but I think it works perfectly for BB. It's called Swing It. BB swings 360 with her bat, knocking back and stunning all enemies around her. So it comes with a stun, but it still has that same knockback that the home run bat provides with BB. I like this just because it's kind of a good mechanic for a close range combat brawler, kind of what BB is good for. And if you're in a group, you rush in there, you swing your bat, you get some good supercharge. If you do get it off that, you get your bubble. It just allows you to be a little bit more aggro, which I enjoy a lot. So a cool idea. And the final one I want to end on is a different rendition of that self-destruct gadget here on Tick, and it might work out better. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think about this one. So basically it's the same thing. The damage is a little bit different, but that can vary based on what's gonna be balanced in Brawl Stars. But in this situation, the Tick survives with 1 HP after self-destructing. I feel like that would correct the problem in Bounty if you end up dying, or in Showdown you have some sort of usage in that game mode. I'm not sure. Which one do you think is better? But either way, I really like the self-destruct concept. But that's all for the new second gadgets. We're heading along to more game improvement ideas, which I really enjoy. So let's do it. So the first one we're going to be talking about was made by Ari Hagria, a creator here in the community that has been featured on this channel several times. Definitely does a lot for the community. Now, I've seen this idea a ton, and I've never really personally had a problem with it just because I gem a lot here in the game, but for people who have this problem where they accidentally tap the buy button if they're a little bit careless or just kind of moving their thumb around, and it ends up wasting their gems on a purchase that they didn't want. So a lot of people asking for a confirm purchase once you click that button so you can reject. It's like a safeguard for you not wasting your gems. I'm really surprised. I've seen so many people say that they've wasted a lot of gems buying things that they don't want to. Have you guys had that problem? If so, I think this would be a really great implementation for sure. I saw this post as well outlining the same exact thing, wanting a confirm your purchase button before you waste your gems. This guy's saying, I've accidentally bought gems offer for the 3rd time now, so it feels bad, man. I didn't know it was a problem, but if it is, I would love this. Alright, you guys, so next transitioning into a more bigger ticketed item here in today's video, and that is Amulet. So it kind of serves as a 3rd star power or just an additional ability, much like star powers and gadgets. It was made by Can 2005, and it did very, very well over here on Reddit. I enjoy the idea of having more abilities, more complex gameplay, more intricate gameplay. I really, really enjoy in Brawlstars. So Can explains that you'll be able to unlock the Amulet ability at rank 21, and they'll cost 1,500 coins in the shop. So Amulet's somewhat of a middle between gadgets and star powers. But as for what these do, there's a few examples provided in this post. We have one for Shelly, boosting shells. Every time Shelly reloads an ammo, she gains 15% boost of movement speed for 1.4 seconds. Definitely really good for Shelly, but moving along here, taking a look at Colt's in the middle here, called Panic Attack. Colt unloads his last ammo 40% faster, so pretty dang unique. Of course, the ability can vary with whatever it wants to be, whatever Brawlstars decides on, but either way, I think 3rd abilities would be a pretty fun thing in the game. You don't want to get too intricate so that balancing becomes more stressful or anything like that, or gets too crazy here in the game, or maybe 3rd abilities might make it even easier to tweak Brawlers so they're more balanced, but either way, I would be all for more fun and exciting intricate gameplay. And a wonderful post from Can here. He developed amulets for every single brawler in the game, all the different rarities, so really good job on this post. I love the idea. So moving along here to another one that I really, really enjoyed, just a smaller quality of life change that I think would really make a lot of people happy, but it was created by Minimat, another creator that I have featured on this channel quite often for these types of videos, but the concept is a pin ticket. You get one of these pin tickets every single time you open up a pin pack. So taking a look at additional information over here on the far right. In order to use a pin ticket, 2 players must have one to trade the actual pins. You can trade pins of different rarities, but you cannot trade any exclusive gold background pins. You cannot trade pins for gold, gems, etc. So it's just a straight up trade. If I see someone who doesn't enjoy Mortis and he has all the Mortis pins and he enjoys my BB pins, we could trade. I would enjoy that. So yeah, a pretty dang cool idea. I know the pin packs that we have in the game kind of have this general vibe around them. They're kind of luck of the draw. You gotta get lucky to get the pins that you enjoy, so it might not be a crazy good idea for some of you out there, but hey, if I can get my Mortis pins quicker, sign me up, man. Okay, so our next one here was made by Spare Myronberry, and I gotta say, this idea pops up in almost every single one of these episodes I do here on my channel because I want it desperately. Please, Supercell, one day I would love it, but it is match statistics, and I like the way he developed this. So it's the eye icon at the end of every single game. You click that and you get an in-depth breakdown of how people performed in that match. So for example, he was playing Daryl, so his stats were he got 5 kills, I believe, frags, knockouts 2, I'm not sure what that is, but you can go kills and deaths, I think that's what it is. The damage dealt, you can see 42,478, super cool. No healed and shielded with the star power, 4,536 damage. I love this idea because you can get a little bit more of an in-depth description of how you did. If you thought you did good, you can see with numbers at the end of the game. So again, I am all for statistics, and even more like being able to see how many matches I've played with Mortis or time spent on certain brawlers. I would love that. That'd be so freaking cool. So hopefully one day. So transitioning here next to more map maker improvement ideas, because there are a ton of them and I like a lot of them as well. This time one from Chief Pekka, one of the most popular idea or concept creators here over on Reddit. I appreciate all the hard work he does, but it is a new end screen for public map rotation, so you can actually see the map that you just got done playing on. Right now that's not a function that we have in the game that I feel like I've been annoyed by a few different times, but taking it even a step further, being able to see how many votes have been voted for this map, so overall how many or how good this map is actually doing, you can get a feel for that, and how many matches played, just more in-depth things here for each of the maps that are in rotation. But so definite fan of this one. There's been a few times where I played on a map and I just wanted to screenshot what the map looked like so I could show to my friends, so it'd be really cool to get this in game. But moving along to another one. So our next one here was made by BRN Core Knock, and I gotta say I've been seeing a ton of ideas that kind of follow this same line, and that is having two separate slots, one for a fun map, one for a competitive map. Much like we have in solo and duo showdown, each of the game modes would have that option, going into a fun map or a competitive map. And before you submit the map to get checked by your clubmates and get past the voting process, you can submit it as a fun map or a competitive map. So then you have stuff for fun, you have stuff for competitive. Now I know the community, I'm sure some people will just submit a competitive map into fun or a fun map into competitive sometimes, but this way there is at least one filter it gets by and you can play on different maps. If your taste is more competitive, you go into the competitive slot. If your taste is more fun and trolly, you can go in the fun slot. It just opens a few different doors, which I feel like is a pretty good idea. I don't know how they would implement it and I don't know how it would work out, but a pretty good concept or improvement for map maker. Pretty dang simple fix, but we'll have to see. So the next map maker improvement idea was made here by Flying Line, basically giving you more options before you play on the map that comes out into rotation. They explain that there will be two maps in rotation at once in the map competition slot. You can choose the one you'd like to try and play in it. This will improve the system in two ways. First of all, if you don't like the troll maps, you can wait until a serious map appears. Second of all, there will be more maps in rotation each day, so your maps will be played sooner. Pretty cool idea going around there. Basically, the people have a little bit more options before they're given just one map, you know? So pretty unique. I like the idea. All right, everyone, so once again, Ari Hagria coming in clutch with an amazing idea that I've been seeing tossed around but never like developed or conceptualized such as this, and that is a trade market. So basically how this works is it's laid out much like the shop that we have in Brawlstars, but instead of spending gems or coins, you would be trading what you already have on your account. So on the far left, we have a people in this user's club or friends list wants to trade for the Cupid Piper as well as the Night Mecha Crow. So this in and of itself is another reason to partake in clubs. We're still kind of lacking on those social features, I think, to be in clubs, but it goes further. You can trade for star powers, you can trade for gadgets. Here's an example of a trade going down. Heron BB and Bo looks like they selected that they wanted those skins to trade for Cupid Pipers, so they also requested Tanuki Jessie, but this user doesn't have Tanuki Jessie to trade, so they pick and choose and then they make that transaction. So the final concept of this trade market would be a create offers. So for this example, you will give Pam power points and Frank power points to receive Gene power points. So basically exchanging power points with your clubmates or friends. I'm not sure if this one would go down super well. I think when you mess around with progression and stuff like that, it can get a little bit messy, which is why Brawlstars hasn't really ventured into things such as this, but I do really enjoy the cosmetic things, trading off skins if you both agree upon it, getting new things on your account. I know a lot of people who purchase a skin and they get sick of it and they regret the purchase, and maybe just kind of spice it up, and maybe you can agree that next week you'll just trade back. I don't know, it seems pretty cool. But everyone, transitioning to another idea and our final one before we get into the brawler concepts. It's super simple, as the user points out, STEZE229, but I think I would enjoy this. Basically, at the match end screen, you can chat with the people on your team as well as the enemy teammates, giving you guys more capability to BM and stuff like that. So I don't know, I play with randoms a lot and I would love to communicate with my team, like saying good job or giving them a pinned thumbs up, stuff like that. So like I said before, next for the brawler concept, starting off with maybe my favorite one out of all of them, made by Coach Flapjack, an amazing artist here in the community. He is a beast at making pins, but we have Telly. I love this character. The character design is so freaking cute, kind of like an 8-bit, but his mechanics are also really, really cool. He's a rare brawler. The attack is called ul 1-2. Telly lets loose an ul 1-2 punch combo, knocking the socks off the opponents. The damage is 600 per fist, the range 7.66 tiles long. He has 2 ammo bars, so a reduction to the majority of brawlers that we have here in the game, and the projectiles per attack is 2. But where things start to get pretty dang interesting is the super, and that is overclock. Telly unleashes the 110% in him, increasing the attack damage and reload speed, but drains his health over time. Duration 4 seconds, damage bonus 30% damage increase, a 1.1 second reload speed bonus, and HP drained 10%. So pretty dang cool. I really, really like this concept, and I saw that he developed a 3D model of the skin as well shortly after that post, so my goodness, it's like a brawler to 8-bit. I love this guy. Another one here by Mini Matt. These are made a very, very long time ago, but this one is a chromatic brawler. Its name is Jaws. Jaws is a anthropomorphic land shark who is the leader of an enemy biker gang of crows. He also has a major appetite. He chomps forward at enemies to attack, and his super gives him the ability to burrow, leaving nothing above ground except his sharp dorsal fin. I think this is a pretty dang cool idea. I like the super the most, being able to burrow under the ground. I would assume you can go through walls like that under the ground and maybe have some sort of damage reduction when just your fin is showing, and maybe some increased movement speed. I don't know. I think that's really, really cool. And then the final brawler concept made here by John Stars 60 days ago. If you guys play League of Legends, you'll see some similarities with this one, but I thought it'd be pretty dang cool to have something like this in Brawlstars as well. And the Brawlstars dev team has admitted that they get a lot of inspiration from different games. It's just what you have to do to develop so many different brawlers in the space. But as you can see, its name is Foxy. So taking a look at the attack here for Foxy, Foxy breathes in air and blows a dart with fast speed, same as Piper's, that deals damage according to the amount of air he breathes in. The projectile has a range of 10 tiles. Next, taking a look at the super, where things get interesting. The super turns Foxy into a very fast movement speed melee brawler with 3 ammo bars. He deals 1,100 damage with each slash 2 per ammo with a reload speed of 1.4 seconds. So I think you guys know what brawler I'm talking about. I think it's like Gnar in League of Legends, but I really like the idea of kind of having like 2 different brawlers while you're playing. Maybe once you transform into this beast character, much like Gnar does in League of Legends, he has like a different skill set. So I like that. It seems pretty interesting. But yeah, guys, that's it for the brawler concepts, and I just want to end off on some really cool skin ideas. The very first one by Celescus, made 257 days ago when we were in the arc of corrupt brawlers like Corrupt 8-bit that was kind of getting some recognition. So Corrupt Spike. You guys know Spike has been the topic of some mean theory crap, and I'll tell you that, not being a really cool guy in some circumstances. So maybe a Corrupt Spike skin. And then if we scroll up even further, a Virus Tick. My goodness, doesn't that look sick? I love these skin ideas. So the creators was Celescus up there and Celescus down here, a fantastic artist. My goodness. But yeah, guys, that's basically all that I got for you with the ideas coming from the very creative Brawlstars community. Be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about all the stuff that we talked about today. What was some of your favorite ideas and improvements for Brawlstars in general? But if you guys did enjoy it, be sure to slap a like on it. I really, really appreciate that. Have a fantastic rest of your day out there. Keep having fun with Brawlstars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, you guys.